students. Okay, now let's get started with supplementary readers. Lesson number 7, The Necklace. The Necklace, it is written by Guy de Maupassant. Okay, what is this story about? The story about the necklace, which is, we can say, a hero of the story, where the story revolves around it. Okay, so let us see before you read section. Matilda is invited to a grand party. She has a beautiful dress but no jewelry. She borrows a necklace from a friend and loses it. What happens then? So the necklace which we are talking about is over here, where Matilda, a lady, she loses it, which she has borrowed from someone else. And what happens next? How the necklace ruins her life. Okay, the 10 years of her life. Further, let us see. Before that, let us deal with the difficult words in the lesson. First word is incessantly, means continuously. Incessantly means continuously. Tureen means covered dish from which soup is served at the table. Then M means, it is written, M means abbreviation for monsieur. Form of address for a man in French. In French, M means monsieur. Monsieur means, in British English we call it Mr. Okay, and MME means abbreviation for madame, form of address for a woman in French. So how we call madam or Mr. and madam. Mr. and madam are the address for man and woman in British English, but in French they call monsieur and madame. So M for monsieur and MME for madame. Vexation means state of being distressed. Ruinous means disastrous. Unsurers means money lend. Usurers means money lenders, especially those who lend money on a high rate of interest. Sou, a former French coin of low value. It's a currency, but it used to be, but it was used by French people earlier, but it is not in use today. Sou, a French sou coin of low value. It had low value. Ori means not in the correct position or shape, twisted. Let us start with the story. She was one of those pretty young ladies born as if through an error of destiny into a family of clocks. She had no dowry, no hopes, no means of becoming known, loved, and married by a man either rich or distinguished. And she allowed herself to marry a pretty clerk in the office of the Board of Education. She was simple, but she was unhappy. Here we are talking about the heroine of the story, that is Matilda, and she was a pretty looking young lady, and she always desired high, but unfortunately whatever she wished in her life she didn't achieve it, because she belonged to a middle class family, and because of the tendency of the middle class family, she had to marry a person who was a clerk in the office of the Board of Education. She was leading her life being simple, but she was not at all happy in her life. She always desired to lead a luxurious life, very rich and royal life. She suffered incessantly, feeling herself born for all delicacies and luxuries. She suffered from the poverty of her apartment, the shabby walls, and the worn chairs. All these things tortured and angered her. She was not, as I said it earlier, she was not at all happy with her life. She desired, her feelings were, she thought that she was supposed to enjoy all the delicacies and luxuries in the life, how rich women they enjoy, but she was not able to. So every time she was angry, she tortured herself. All these things angered her. Her house, the shabby walls, the worn chair, the way she dressed herself, everything angered her. She used to get angry easily. When she seated herself for dinner opposite her husband, who uncovered the tureen with a delighted air, saying, "Oh, the good pot pie! I know nothing better than that." She would think of elegant dinners of shining silver. She thought of the exquisite food served in marvelous dishes. She had neither frocks nor jewels, nothing. And she loved only those things. So whatever she had, she was not satisfied in that. She was not happy in having all those things with her. But what she desired, she was always in the dreams, in her fantasy world, for having luxurious dresses, all rich and costlier dresses and jewelries, to enjoy rich and royal delicacies. She had a rich friend, a schoolmate at the convent, she did not like to visit. She suffered so much when she returned. She wept for whole days from despair and disappointment. Okay, she had a rich friend, a schoolmate of the convent, and she would never love to visit her, but whenever she visited her, she used to wept for the whole day, for from despair and disappointment. One evening, her husband returned elated, bearing in his hand a large envelope. So one evening, her husband, he returned home. Wow, he was very happy at that time, and he had an envelope in his hand. "Here," he said, "here is something for you." He was very excited, and he was ready to surprise her. She quickly drew out a printed card on which were inscribed these words. So she took out the card from the envelope, and it was inscribed, it was printed on it, "The Minister of Public Instruction and Madame George Ramponio asked the honor of Monsieur and Madame Loisel's company Monday evening, January 18, at the minister's residency." So that was an invitation for the office party, which was for Monsieur and Madame Loisel. So here Matilda and Mr. Loisel, they have got the invitation from his office, which was supposed to be on January 18, Monday. Instead of being delighted as her husband had hoped, she threw the invitation spitefully upon the table, murmuring, "What do you suppose I want with that?" So she was not at all happy as he was expecting. She was angry. She threw the card, and she asked what I was supposed to do with that. She was supposed to do with that. "But my dearie, I thought it would make you happy. You never go out, and this is an occasion, and a fine one. Everybody wishes one, and it is very select. Okay, not many are given to employees. You will see the whole official world there." So here he is trying to explain her that this is what she was always expecting. Okay, and now she has got the chance which other ladies of the other employees have not got the chance. She has got the invitation from his office, so she should explore it, she should enjoy it. She looked at him with an irritated eye and declared impatiently, "What do you suppose I have to wear to such a thing as that?" Okay, so she asked, "What I am supposed to wear if I decided to go to the party? What should I wear?" Okay, because she had no better dresses with her at that time. He had not thought of that. He stammered, "Why, the dress you wear when you go to the theatre? It seems very pretty to me." He was silent, stupefied in dismay at the sight of his wife weeping. He stammered, "What is the matter? What is the matter?" So he suggested a dress which she wears whenever she goes for the theatre, to the theatre. So that dress looks fine on her, and he likes that dress. So she looked very angry at him, and she started crying. So he inquired what was the matter, why she was crying. By a violent effort, she had controlled her vexation and responded in a calm voice, wiping her moist cheeks, "Nothing, only I have no dress, and consequently I cannot go to this affair. Okay, give your card to some colleague whose wife is better fitted out than I." So she said that, "See, I don't have any perfect dress to wear for this party. I am not ready to go. Just give this invitation card to any other of your colleagues. His wife would be ready for this affair. Okay, I am not ready." She said that. He was grieved, but answered, "Let us see, Matilda. How much would a suitable costume cost? Something that would serve for other occasions. Something very simple." So here he is making her ready to go for the party by offering her a chance to buy a dress. She reflected. He asked her how much it cost. She reflected for some seconds, thinking of a sum that she could ask for without bringing with it an immediate refusal and a frightened exclamation from the economical clerk. Finally, she said in a hesitating voice, I cannot tell exactly, but it seems to me that 400 francs ought to cover it. So she hesitated a little bit because to whom she was asking 400 francs was a clerk, a middle class clerk, and he should not yell, he should not shout in surprise, oh, 400 francs, no, no, no. So with hesitating voice she said, 400 francs would be enough to buy a new gown for the party. Franc is a French currency. Okay, so she demanded 400 francs. He returned a little pale. He turned a little pale, for he had saved just this sum to buy a gun that he might be able to join some hunting parties the next summer with some friends who went to shoot larks on Sunday. Nevertheless, he answered, very well, I will give you 400 francs, but try to have a pretty dress. So he turned a little pale, means he got disheartened because exactly the same amount he had with him, because he had saved that amount, 400 francs he had saved for himself to buy a gun, which with the help of which he would be able to go for the hunting parties next summer with his friends. But with open heartedly he gave that amount to his wife and said, okay, I'll give you this amount and you buy a pretty dress. So he gave that amount to her because he could never see his wife very sad and crying all the time for the condition in what condition they were living. So he was ready to give. So here we'll study this part. Now let us see what happens next, whether she buys the dress or not, and what are other demands of hers, and what happened to the necklace. We are going to discover everything in our next part. Till then, please go through the lesson, the story till here. Try to underline the difficult words and write them down in your notebook, and please leave your comments in the comment section. Till then, bye.